Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. You thought I'd forgotten Destiny of the Doctors, didn't you? You did? You were so excited by listening to my reviews of a host of other things. Well, that's fine. Now, where were we? Yes, Babelsphere, the Fourth Doctor. We've reviewed that. The Fifth Doctor story, Smoke and Mirrors. You see, you wait years for a Tegan story to come along, and then a Shedload come along at once. Read by Janet Fielding. This is the same as we had before in the sense that it's almost a companion chronicle, but not quite. And why? Because it has the intervening 11th Doctor turning up and poking his nose around. This interfering of the 11th Doctor is a trademark of this entire range. In fact, it's what the whole 11th episode is going to be about, and we really are travelling on. The latest release, Smoke and Mirrors, is no exception to this. It takes place with Adric, Nyssa and Tegan, the classic combination of Fifth Doctor companions. It truly is a shame that we'll never have Adric with Big Finish. Matthew Waterhouse really could do a lot of work with the character. Hell, if the whole world loves Colin Baker, we really could come to terms with Adric. But that's wishful thinking. What you have to deal with here is that this is just a lovely story. It has the feel of a short trips. It has the feel of one of those short trips that you used to get some time ago. The basic plot is fairly simple. Houdini has called for the Doctor. Something is going on at a fun fair. And the Doctor, now in his fifth incarnation, is asked to investigate and help out. Houdini is still fixated on the afterlife, all historical facts. It's not truly a historical story, because of course it has alien technology at its heart. Now, with many of these stories, you've had brand new villains. That's not quite the case here. I won't spoil it by saying who the villain is, but it's no real surprise. As with the other Destiny of the Doctor stories, the actual narrative is fairly straightforward. Something's going on, must be investigated. Large TARDIS contingent means you have to split everyone up. There's a bit of hypnosis going on, a bit of possession, which is par for the course when it comes to the Fifth Doctor. It's a perfectly workman-like story. It pulls no punches, and there is one scene with the Doctor in peril where you actually think this is important, which demonstrates the craft of the writer. It's lovely to hear Janet pulling this off, and simply being great at being Tegan. She's not going to impersonate any of the other cast, but that's hardly a crime. I have no issues with this story whatsoever. It just doesn't reach the heights of the Andrew Smith one. Many people didn't like that one, and that's perfectly acceptable. So buy this for yourself, judge for yourself, because next time there's going to be a Colin Baker story on our tails. And that, well, I'll leave that for you to decide if you like it or not. I know this one's been quite short, but there isn't a massive amount to say. Oh, before I go, can I just say thank you very much for downloading the free copy of Forget Angela Carter. And indeed, many of you have downloaded Schrodinger's Puppy. I would like to ask you a favour. Please go on Amazon and review it honestly, and just leave your thoughts as to what you think, because the more reviews that are left, the higher up the charts it will go. So until next time, be seeing you.
Organ music? Exclaimed Tegan. And look! Said Adric. There's a light in the distance over there. You can see it through the roundabout. We were right, said Nyssa. There must be someone else here. We ought to tell the Doctor and... Tegan, what is that thing? A striped cat-like creature had been prowling the shadows alongside them. As Nyssa had stepped forward, it had revealed itself by shying away from her. It hadn't gone far, though. It fixed the Doctor's three companions with an appraising, yellow-eyed glare, its whiskers twitching. That, said Tegan, is a tiger. Don't make any sudden moves, either of you. Back away from it slowly. And it won't attack us? Asked Adric. I think that depends on how hungry it's feeling. No, Adric, don't! Tegan's warning came too late. Adric had made a break for it. He headed for a narrow gap between two stalls. The tiger roared and bounded after him. Remembering what the doctor had said earlier, Nyssa screamed out his name. Doctor!
Doctor Who, Smoke and Mirrors. Performed by Janet Fielding. With Tim Beckman as Houdini. And is a Big Finish production for Audio Go.
You've been listening to the Tin Dog Podcast. Doctor Who and its connected properties are copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. Whostrology, a Time Traveller's Almanac, is available through Telos Publishing or Amazon. Visit www.whostrology.com for further information. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.
The English anthem to be always look on the bright side of life. 1, 2, 3. Aye. The Archers. 1, 2, 3. Aye. What other ones did we have? Doctor. The English national anthem shall be the theme of Doctor Who. 1, 2, 3. Aye. Quite clearly, we have spoken.